So I fought 3 of the strongest mobs in the way you won't expect. Here's how I did it. And to make this challenge even harder, I banned all armor. Now for this being a challenge, the one key factor that I need to make sure of is that the weapon needs to have at least some success against each of the 3 mobs that I'm fighting. Before I get any further, I'll be explaining the 3 methods that I use so you can try this yourself. It's okay if your methods are different, but the methods I explain are just a guide. So without further ado, I will now explain method number 1. I wanted to choose a good weapon for fighting a raid, so I stumbled across a spear, which does damage based on your relative velocity. I prefer stocking up on healing items and totems, and as a bonus, I applied the lunge enchantment on the spear. This can give me an extra getaway boost. Now how would you and I use these effectively? It's simple. I mainly recommend using the spear in various ways depending on the type of illager you are fighting. You see, a raid lasts for at least 7 waves on hard difficulty, and can be boosted with the various ominous potions. At the same time, the mobs get more difficult to fight as you progress, so instead of fighting the whole army at once, the key is to fight one mob at a time. That way, you won't pop a totem too early. You could also use the additional drops for survivability. If you ever find yourself in a situation where everything is about to go horribly wrong, use the healing potions when necessary. That is everything you need to know about using this method. Before we get any further, I just wanted to say if you've been enjoying this video so far, you should probably hit that like and subscribe button. I want to hit my first 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. It'll help me out and may also benefit you as well. I plan on posting more content like this. It's free and you can always change your mind. Now, I will explain the second method. The Wither, which I fought with a Riptide Trident, was a lot easier than I thought. You really don't need much. All it takes are a few notch apples and some water. Do note that the first phase is actually harder than it looks. Because the Wither stays in the air for the entire phase, you'll be taking fall damage if you don't have a water bucket handy, which is why I recommend doing this in the rain. As a result, you keep your water bucket to avoid residual damage. The second phase is as easy as it gets. The Wither no longer levitates several blocks above the player, making it easier to hit. Just make sure to keep an eye on your health bar or you're gonna get blasted. That's everything you need to know about this method. This mace strategy works well on the Warden, but only if you play your cards right. The Warden easily one-shots you without totems or armor. So how's this possible? Okay, this part is really important, so you better listen up, and you better listen well. I recommend having a full inventory of potions and some totems. You also need wind charges and of course, a mace. The way this strategy works is you launch yourself into the air and land a mace attack on the Warden. Using healing items at critical moments can increase your longevity. Simple, right? Wrong. Keep in mind you'll need to unleash your mace attack at just the right time. Launch too early, you're gonna get clapped. Launch too late, and Warden will be sonic booming you to the moon. The trick is to wait for his range attack. Here's what I mean. After the Warden launches his attack, he waits around 3.8 seconds before he does it again. That is when he plays an animation. If you launch your attack just before that mark, you can successfully make contact before he deals damage. Theoretically, it is possible to beat the Warden without armor or totems. If you do ever take physical damage, apply some healing and wait for his next range attack. Now that I've explained all 3 methods, it's time to get into the challenge. Let's go! Well guys, that is it for today's video. If you do ever find this enjoyable, like I said, you should probably hit that like and subscribe button. Be sure to stick around for more content, and I'll see you in the next video. Pluto out.